Comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar.
Hello and welcome to Money on the Floor. I'm here to help you pick it up. Talking about arbitraging, talking about this new Apex, talking about these cryptos. So right now the coin's at 9 cents, almost 10 cents, but it's going to start jumping next month once Apex goes live. And then we get our crypto debit cards and Trade Pro will go live. You imagine all the craziness that's going to be happening? What a big change in the other direction. That is awesome. Nothing could make me happier. Be able to actually utilize this platform to make a profit and bring it home. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's all I know. Right now, let's go over here and try to find a trade. Looks like we got these big old wicks. This thing's not going to continue up anymore, I think. We're hitting a topping point up here. 5-minute chart. Looks like for me it's time for a sell trade. No way to know for sure, but you got to go with your best hunches. I like to use structure. I like to use support and resistance. Right now we're hitting resistance, strong resistance. If you look across here, heck, let's even go back in the past. Look at this line. It goes all the way into here. Hits this resistance. It's all this. Man, this is really strong in here. So my guess is we're going down. We just took a buy trade up because we wanted to come back up to the tops. We figure there's a trend line down through here. But my guess is we're going to push back down as a double top and break this. Or I could be wrong. Now, if we go past the tops up here, I want out because this thing's obviously going up. You need to know where it is you're going to push that button to get out. It's very important. Where's the line in the sand? That's mine right there at the top. If we go by that, this trade's done, done, done. But we'll see. And it's not to prove a point. Just I'm using structure, I'm using the past, I'm using support and resistance. I set my plan for what I see. And I see a lot of wicks here. And this wick's telling me that we don't want to go up there. It keeps pushing back down. If it does, we're out. We don't want to be in this trade. We'll wait until it turns around. Obviously, it's not turning around here. There's no guarantee you got a winner. But you need to know where you push the button to get out. So the last one was a winner. So hopefully this one will be too. If not, that's fine. That's part of trading. There's a line up here. Looks like it's trying to go up there. If it might. And that's okay. There's no problem with that. There's no trouble with taking a loss. That's part of the game. If you can't take a loss, you cannot be trading. Do not trade if you can't take a loss because that will destroy you. I know it messed me up for many years because I could not take a loss. And it wasn't just me. I had many friends I traded with that would tell me that they would move their stop loss and they didn't like taking a loss, or they wouldn't even use a stop loss because they didn't have a system that got them in at the right time. They got in at the wrong time all the time. So yes, if you use a stop loss and you're in at the wrong time, if you're buying into support or you're selling into resistance, you know what I mean? If you're in the wrong side of the line, you don't want to take a trade. It'd be like taking a buy trade right now. May work, but you may hit this resistance and bounce down. It should be better to cross that line, then take the buy trade. That's what I'm talking about. You got to know when to take the trade. Right now, we think we're going to bounce off this support or resistance. Right now, we got strong resistance right through here. This is the ceiling. We think we're going to bounce down. If we don't bounce down, we want out because that means we're going the other way. That means we need to regroup, rethink it, and come back and find another trade. There's nothing wrong with losing. Just lose a little bit. We don't need to lose a lot. When it's not going in our favor, we want out. Out, out, out. When it's in our favor, we let it run as long as we can. We see signs it's going to turn around, then we get out. But we like to do a 2-to-1. You We already have resistance. You already have support and resistance marked on this chart. All these lines are double zeros, so all these are support and resistance. It just depends what side you're on. Right now, this line here is going to be support. If it comes down to that line, it's got to break through it. If it goes up to that line, that's going to be resistance. It has to break through it. That's the ceiling. The ceiling is resistance because it's holding you down. The floor is support. It's holding you up. I get them mixed up all the time when I'm talking, but that's okay. But if I stick to ceiling and floor, I don't have a problem, as I can visualize that. So right now we're in a tiny bit of profit, not a lot, but we're looking to come down to the bottom of this candle. Maybe down to here, because that would be one, at least down to here. This would be support again. So if we can get down to that point, that would be a great trade. A scalping trade. It's not an intermediate trade, just a scalp. In and out, quick money. Now, if we come to that point and we blow past it, like this candle here did, do you close the trade? No, you wait for it to end. You hit the next one. You hit that, it came back, it will give you a little tail, then you want out. Then you take it. That would be a super good trade. But right now we're waiting for this candle to do whatever it's got to do. Now we look at the clock. The clock is 9:38, so it means we got 2 more minutes to the next candle. So at that point we should really know what's going on. And that'll be the end of the video, so at least then we'll know what's going on. We'll end it correctly. Now we also have a trend line through here, steep trend line. And this is also a rising wedge, which is a sell signal. So we got things here we can look at. And we can also go back in the past. We got strong resistance here, strong support. So if we're above it, that's going to be support. If we're below it, that's going to be resistance. So it's something to think about. Always go back in the past and take a look, see what you're dealing with. This is going to be hard to break through, very hard. Can it? Of course, it can if it wants to go up. But maybe there's just a rising wedge to go down. That's what we're playing upon. And we could be wrong. It could go past this line and blow right through it, and we're closing the trade. But right now we're holding. This might be a rising wedge, and we're going to go even higher. So we close the trade, and we wait for it to turn around. We'll put our trend line. We won't take it till we take the break of that. But this trend line is getting pretty steep. It looks like we're going to break it. It's quite possible. But there's no guarantees. So you got to be ready for either one. That's what you got that button for. Yeah, this thing will evaporate you at a certain price, but we don't want to get out at that price. If it's not going to go our way, we need to get out. So right now we're at the highest point. We're waiting for it to turn around. Looks like it might do that, but you never, ever know. Nobody knows. Don't listen to other people. You can hear their ideas, but you make your own decision. Because it sucks when you lose money because it's what somebody else said, or a group of people said, or a chat room said, or a telegram said. It's not their money. So it worked. It's coming down. We're down to the trend line. See if we can break through that. If we can break through that, that's going to go at least 2 squares down. That'll be great. It'll be a great trade. I love rising wedges and falling wedges. They're great, turnaround trades. But sometimes you're not actually in one. It looks like one, but you're actually in a channel. Let me explain it. If you got a line across this thing going up, and you got a line across this one way down here going down, you got a channel. This might actually come all the way down to the channel and then go back up. So you were never in a rising wedge. It just looked like one at the time. And it can be wrong. Anything can happen. I see it happen in rooms all the time. I've trained with everybody. I worked with everybody, just about. Been doing this for 10 years with other currency traders. Crypto is just another currency, just another candle setup. I've learned from everybody, and what I learned is you never know. You need to be ready for both scenarios. Like right now, we might go up and pass this line. If we do, we're out of this trade. Means this thing's got a lot more up to go, or it's going to go up. Maybe Bitcoin's going to the moon. We don't know. But we want it to go down. So if it goes past that line, we're out. Matter of fact, this video's gone on for a long time. Let me close this. Here we have it. After all that, we got stopped out. Oh well. We'll turn around and see what else we can do. It happens. But you need to see that it happens. It went for a long time. I thought we were in a little bit of profit. We're going to keep going down, but instead we went back up. The market wants to go up. So if you put a trend line across this, when it starts to break that, that would be a great sell trade. And it could happen right now. You never know. So anyway, stay ARB strong. Hang in there. We'll come back and find another trade, but it's still a rising wedge. I'm still looking for a sell trade on it, and we'll go from there. All right, you guys. Bye-bye.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.